Let's talk about bloating. Well, we all know that tight, uncomfortable feeling after a big meal, right? But did you know that bloating is not something you're supposed to just live with? It's not, oh, I must be getting older, or I must have eaten too fast. Nothing like that. It is your body communicating with you, and it's one of the clearest signs that your gut says, hey, something's off here. So I'm here to tell you that if you're bloated more days than not, you might be wondering what's going on behind the scenes. Well, typically speaking, I'm looking at 4 things. Number 1, I'm looking at a shift in the gut bacteria. Not enough of the good kind and too much of the bad kind. Number 2, I'm looking at low stomach acid. Because if you have low stomach acid, that can cause a delay in digestion and can cause food to sit there too long, thus the bloat. Next, we might be looking at food intolerances or food sensitivities. That can lead to low-grade inflammation that can create mood changes and extra weight or weight fluctuations. And lastly, we might be looking at the gut lining itself being inflamed and irritated. And we call that leaky gut. If you're familiar with the term but don't really know what it means, let me give you a visual. So think about your gut lining as a pipe that goes throughout your body. It's tightly connected. So when everything is tightly connected, everything is good. But when you have inflammation, when you have long-standing infections, when you have dysbiosis and other things going on, it can create gaps. So think about what would happen with gaps in a pipe. Good stuff's going to get out and bad stuff is going to get in. So that's what leaky gut is. Nobody wants it, but a lot of people are suffering from it. So clearly we can agree that when the bloating sticks around, it doesn't just affect your belly. It can drain your energy, cloud your focus, it can disrupt your hormones, and it can also stir up your immune system. And that only makes sense because at least 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So if your gut's inflamed, guess what? Your immune system is going to be too. And that's going to make it hypersensitive and hyperactive to external influences. And what I see a lot of times is that just creates the perfect storm for autoimmune conditions to enter the scene. And I don't like those very much. And I know most people don't either. So this isn't just about your belly. It's about your whole body being under stress. Let me ask you something. Does your digestion go back and forth between constipation and diarrhea? And how do you feel after you eat? Are you tired? Are you foggy? Things like that. What about your closet? Is it slowly being overtaken by stretchy clothes? If you're nodding your head right now, that's actually your gut asking for some support. And I want to share a story that really helped drive this home for me. A biochemist I deeply respect was teaching us one day about the importance of a healthy microbiome. And he shared with us a case study about a patient that he had served that came to him with chronic, terrible endometriosis. And she had done all the things. She had had multiple surgeries, multiple procedures. She had been on medications. She had done all the things and she was no better. And actually she was worse because the chronic pain will wear on you and exhaust you and make you feel even worse. So what did they do? They tested her microbiome. And what they found was basically a desert. There was no healthy gut bacteria to support her, to help her immune system, to help her be the best she could be. So what did they do? They didn't do anything drastic. They started to slowly rebuild her gut with high quality pre and probiotics. And what the prebiotics do is it's kind of like the fertilizer, and the probiotics are like the seed. And that allowed her microbiome to prosper. And it was amazing. Eventually, her symptoms eased. Her body felt like hers again. And she did heal from endometriosis. And that's the power of repairing the gut. Here's your takeaway. You can heal your gut. And when you do, bloat fades, energy returns, and just like the endometriosis patient, your body can feel like yours again. So if your bloat's been asking you to take a closer look, I encourage you to download my free guide called Be Empowered to Check Your Gut Health. The link's in the description. And once you see what your gut's saying, I would love to hear from you.